everybody, this is Miss Medina and I'm going to help you make the graphic organizer for the properties of parallelograms. So what you have in front of you is a front and back sheet, and the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to fold the flaps so that you can see how the graphic organizer goes. So you're going to take this end and you're going to bend it over and you're going to fold it so that it goes to the middle. Okay. Then you're going to take the other side and you're going to bend that over so you're in the middle. See? Alright, and then we'll do the cutting at the end so that you don't have pieces of paper everywhere right now. And what this diagram is going to do is it's going to take the 4 different theorems and we're going to do examples on each. The first one says that if a quadrilateral is a parallelogram, then the opposite sides are going to be congruent. So I would take a highlighter and I would highlight this. Alright, so I got myself a highlighter. So let's work on the problems. We got to find the unknown variables in the parallelograms below. Opposite sides are parallel, so that means that this side right here is parallel to that side, is congruent to that side. So that means that y minus 5 equals 22. So you're going to add 5 to both sides and you get that y equals 27. You also have this sides right here and they are congruent. So that means that 3x equals 18. Divide both sides by 3. X equals 6. Okay. Let's do it again. Opposite sides are congruent. The 28 and the 9x plus 1 are opposite sides. So 9x plus 1 equals 28. Subtract 1. 9x equals 27. Divide by 9, x equals 3. Opposite sides are congruent. So that means this side is congruent to this side. So 2x minus 5 equals 11. You're going to add 5. You're left with 2x equals 16. Dividing both sides by 2 gives you that x equals 8. Next theorem. If the quadrilateral is a parallelogram, then the opposite angles are congruent. Okay? So that means that this angle here and this angle here are opposite angles, and therefore they are congruent. And when things are congruent, we're going to set them equal to each other. You're going to add 1. You have 7x equals 140. Dividing both sides by 7, you get that x equals 20. Once again, in a parallelogram, the opposite angles are congruent. So when you look at this one, this angle and this angle, see how they're right in front of each other? That means that they are opposite angles, and therefore they are congruent. So you have 6x minus 1 equals 7x minus 10. And I would subtract 6x from both sides. Negative 1 equals 1x, right? 7 minus 6 is a 1. Minus 10. Adding 10 to both sides, you have that 9 equals x. 1x or just x, okay? Alright. Next theorem. The keyboard is in the way. If the quadrilateral is a parallelogram, then the consecutive angles are supplementary. Another way that people talk about these angles is they call them adjacent. But I'm not really sure that that is completely correct, but you might hear that in the videos. And adjacent ones, remember the opposites would be these. So you see how these are consecutive angles? If you think of these as parallel lines, then this would be your transversal. Those would be consecutive interior angles. And they are supplementary. We've known this since we did the parallel lines. So then you would say that 9x plus 135 equals 180.